morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome back with us, double SL.
That's so big.
By the way, I want to ask you, have you ever felt accused when you missing out on the last update evolution for something?
Of course, I felt it like I don't know anything compared to my friends who are more updated.
Do you know the country that has the most unique and housing basic in the world?
I thought I knew, but I forget. Can you give me a clue?
Sure. This country is known as the land of thousand temples. One of them, because in addition to there are many heritage temples in this country, there is also Borobudur Temple, a temple that was once one of the seven wonders of the world.
I know, it's Indonesia, right?
That's right. So today we have an artist from Indonesia.
Wow, who is that?
You guys must be curious to write. Okay, let's call Mr. Daddy. Langsung dulu aja. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, ladies. This is very nice.
Thank
This
you,
is a good infographic. I am the only man here without a veil. Okay.
Very handsome.
Handsome but in cartoon. I'm in cartoon.
Good morning, Sudani.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. What about you, ladies?
I'm fine,
Okay.
Of course, he must be good because he often exercises by being in the house.
Making applause, yeah. You said artist in artist, and I am not a house builder.
Sorry, what should we call you an artist in Indonesia?
Yeah, it could be right since artist in the fine meaning. You know, the meaning of artist is related to art. Yeah. Architecture also related to art, and housing is related to art. And this is one of the main themes in our culture.
Well, so people study is an artist from Indonesia.
Thank you.
By the way, do you know what kind of topic that we will talk about today, Mr. Dedi?
Not really. What are you going to discuss?
So we invited Mr. David here to able to share with us and go to know the topic architecture
Oh, I
and
see.
housing.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sorry, hold on. Before we discuss further architecture and housing in Indonesia,
Yes.
I want to ask, how do Indonesian people usually view their house?
Yeah, Indonesia view the house as the shelter, probably because they have to protect themselves to protect themselves from being hot or cold, from rainy. So the shelter would be the main perspective of Indonesian people.
Oh, I got. But what is America's understanding of house and property to those of Indonesian?
Yeah, as I talked about it before, that Indonesia has a very rich in natural resources. So Indonesian house would be mainly made from wood and bamboos.
How are the residential house of Indonesia?
This is very nice because you know, we have the culture of different area, different ethnic. So because a house is the main of our shelter, So every ethnic in Indonesia has a very unique to build their house.
Does that mean Indonesians don't care about neatness, beauty, or comfort in their home? But Mr. Daddy will answer our question about this after this time.
Okay.
Life after you. Never in my life I felt this certain about something. I no longer wandering around, hoping to find the answer. For now, not only answers that I got, but also destination. I know exactly what I want to do in my life right when I opened my eyes. I know whom to call the moment I gathered my consciousness. I know where I'm heading. Like a manual book, they are all nicely written in every step. Never in my life I felt this good about something. I no longer feeling any fear, thinking about every bad possibilities. For now, not only peace of mind that I got, but also satisfaction. I know exactly what makes me happy each and every day. I know that every day there's someone who can make me laugh even on the worst of times. I know the purpose of my being. Like a song written from the heart, my life is finally on a rhythm.
Wow, that's amazing!
We'll be back on this show at Double SF.
That's so big!
Well, we will discuss the previous question about does houses Indonesian don't care about neatness, beauty, or comfort.
Okay, talking about Indonesian will be nice if we compare to those not in Indonesia. Let's see, this is home in US now typically reflect the major expenditure of their owners, as they often undergo remodeling, enlargement, and redecoration to continuously improve upon their domestic function, visual appeal, market value, and keeping up with neighbors and showing prestige. Okay, that is the function of home in US. This is the houses in Indonesia often crowded with families. You know, we have many children in house, and then aunt, grandfather, grandmother, grandson. That is the typically in Indonesia. So the visitor as a place for people to gather and so have a positive spirit of vitality. Themes such as spirit, status, ancestry, prominent cosmological principle. Cosmological means, you know, in Indonesia, we have also applied the Feng Shui. Have you ever heard about Feng Shui? The Feng Shui is how our house, which have the doors here, or this is west or east, and this is window, there is no tree of papaya trees in front of our house. There is cosmological principles. And if someone want to build a house, which one kiblat, for example, and then this is doors, please don't build a house like tusuk sate, because this is very dangerous if there is flood. So this is called by cosmological principle in building a house. You are now a student in university level, you will know when you have a thing, want to marry and build a family, and you will have a house, so you have to think, you have to choose the cosmological principle. The importance of cultural rituals are interconnected. Yeah, interconnected. When these principles and customs are seriously disturbed, social life, individual, and societies often go awry. That is the principle in Indonesian housing.
Yes, I see. Do you this different do you this different directly reflect this economy?
Yes, we can see the next slide here. Okay, the residential house of common in Indonesia. Yeah, talking about your question, so we have the materials, the method, values, and living. You know, Indonesians tend to live relatively close to their natural environment, and portion of a house might be open to outdoors. Outdoors mean, you know, the yards in front of our house. Okay, Indonesian house tends to be like that because this is one of our characteristics. Of the stark contrast between conventional Indonesian home and those of the West, bathroom primarily startle and intimidate Euro-Americans. Many Indonesian bathroom, you know, this is kamar mandi, bathing room, yeah. In Indonesia we have kamar mandi, kamar kecil, it is not the room, yeah. Toilet exists behind a house. Probably it would be common for West or Indonesian culture that the toilet would be placed behind our house, often across a yard. Across yard means Indonesian house has a different toilet. This is a house, and sometimes probably in the past, Indonesian house would have the toilet across the yard. Now, not in within a house. While the rooms with toilet and bathing place of the more affluent usually are tiled and well cleaned, otherwise they remain functional. This is common.
Karena Bapak kan langsung.
Okay, so ready.
Yes.
Could you explain how relative status between people in Indonesia?
You know, the status probably this is commonly means Indonesia has the low middle status, so the house would be in average. But you know, we have the different culture because you know today probably you will live in housing. Yeah, we are talking about housing, but housing means that the material and our culture would be built in a wall. So our status would be right today because we are talking about culture in the past. Culture in the past, we will know the house made from wood and bilik, so wood and bamboos. But now I think the Indonesian culture also transformed to be modern. So the Indonesian ethnic house would be very limited, ladies, and now our status would be changed to our modern life.
So, could we explain?
Yes, of course. Sure.
As we know, Indonesian house have a ritual meaning of traditional house, which means traditional house, but also includes a ceremonial center. The structure corresponds to specific orientation, location, building techniques, material, shapes, size, and internal layouts. Could you elaborate on each area in more detail?
Yeah, we can see the next slide. You know, ladies, in the past when someone built a house, there is a ritual, and the ritual would have the very unique one because we have to know which one the doors and the windows. So we have to count. Although this is the sun here and this is the door here, and then the one of the rituals would be called by syukuran, and this syukuran is different because sometimes the people in the past have to put money in the wood, so that is one of the ritual.
Yes.
You know,
I know.
you know that culture, and yeah, this is very complex. If it happened, the house probably in remote area, but you know, in housing like today, this is different because housing made from wall, there is no bamboo, there is no exact count which one sun or moon, and then windows and also the room. I think this is not too complex for today.
Wow. And please, could you tell me what the living house and houses societies in Indonesia?
Yeah, the house, probably we can see the mapping of our house in our society. You know, we have the term here in Bali, Sumba, Tanimbar, Savu, the house of both homeless people of Indonesia. Okay, let's see in the Bali the living house, and then Sumba persistent house societies. In Tanimbar the house of status and memory. Savu a living nautical shifting house society. But also you mentioned this is homeless people of Indonesia. We can say that the homeless would be the one who live under the bridge, under the bridge.
Okay, then what about other buildings such as mosque, temples, churches, then public buildings and monuments, and lastly, how are burial structure in Indonesia?
Yeah, we have the slides. Let's see, the next slide would be.
Okay, next slide, please.
Yeah, as you said about mosque, temples and church. Yeah, this is the mosque in predominantly Muslim in Indonesia. The melody call to prayer called by Adhan, and the sound of mosque Muslim in Indonesia fill the air 5 times a day. All the more in cities where multiple calls from all directions resonate in once. This is called by Qiblat. This is one direction. And then the next one would be church.
The next one.
Yeah, this is the church. Churches throughout Indonesia tend to resemble either the European or American types. So it means that the culture of our church in Indonesia, we adapt from Europe and from America. So the architecture of founding missionary of the religious building of indigenous people. And the last would be temple.
The next slide.
The next slide would be the temple. Yeah, temples in Java called by Candi. Yeah, in Bali, people refer them as pura, pura. Sometimes pura in because this is a in Indonesian people like pura, but in Bali pura because this is the Candi. Although the letter often signifies the entrance way. Classical Hindu and Buddhist temple are sometimes a combination of the two faiths in one structure. Actually, Hindu and Buddha has the different architecture, but sometimes people of Indonesia will see that is Candi without knowing whether this is Hindu or Buddha. Okay, model of Meru, the Hindu center of the universe and home of the gods.
Alright. It was all of at the talk show.
Thanks to the viewers and crew.
We apologize if we have mistake.
See you in the next episode of the show Double and